Well, hello everybody once again to another game in the 1990 History Maker Baseball Cincinnati Reds replay. Got to reposition the way I have the webcam because it's set up for the other game, Stratomatic, and when I get it to play this game, then it's a little bit off. So looks a little tilted for whatever reason. I'm going to try to fix that if I can. See if we can't get that to be a little bit more where it needs to be. I think that's probably the best I'm going to get it. It might be a little tilt to it, but I think everybody will survive, hopefully. Don't want that light ring on. That's the one thing I don't want to do. That's the only thing about switching from one game to the other. You got to reposition this stuff, and just when you think you got it positioned the way you want it, then it messes up. So I think that's the best I'm going to get it right there. I'm going to leave it alone right there. I don't want to mess anything else up because if I keep messing with it, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. All right, we are at game 22. It was played on May the 6th, 1990. Game 3 of 4 from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Previous game, the Reds defeated the Cardinals, and that was behind a strong pitching performance from Jose Rijo as the Reds pounded out 12 hits, scored 8 runs, knocked out Joe McGrain early, and took a pretty easy 8-4 win. Rijo getting that win to improve to 4-0. Randy Myers actually had to come in late and get the save, his 6th of the season. Now we switch to this game, and initially the starting lineups, and of course these could change on the game day checks if there's injuries involved, but these are the lineups that are set up for this game as played. Reds really emptying the bench in this game. They got Winningham in center, Griffey in left, and Reed catching. So 3 different guys that don't normally start are out there. And Scott Scudder will be making his first appearance of the season in a starting role for the Reds. He was just called up from AAA. So he will be making this start. And the veteran Bryn Smith, not to be confused with Ozzie Smith, but Bryn Smith will be pitching for the Cardinals. Cardinals pretty much standard lineup, except they have Pagnazzi catching this time instead of previous games. And in the previous games, they had been using Todd Zeile, but this is Tom Pagnazzi. So that's the original starting lineup as planned. Now, we don't know how it's going to turn out. Busch Stadium is a turf field that's semi-big to both lefties and righties. Umpires for the game, Ron Darling at first, Ron Darling behind the plate, Steve Ripley at first, Frank Pulley at second, and Bruce Fremming will be at third. So let's go on to our game day checks and see what happens with the Reds, if they have any perks or whatever that comes up. Now, one perk that's going to carry over is Rob Dibble is happy until further notice. That was from yesterday's game. And it's going to take a couple of items to bounce him off of that. So he should keep that for at least a little bit. So we go to the game day check. Reds won the game yesterday. That gives them a 1-game winning streak. So they're going to need a 1 to be harmonious. And they are not. So now they need the decide or die. If it's a dot, they will be semi-harmonious. If it's a blank, they will be semi-dissonant. So they're semi-dissonant. So that's not going to help their chemistry at all. Semi-dissonant, and they will be on the stormy side of the mood chart. You would like to be on the sunny side, but this time, because they're semi-dissonant, we are on the stormy side. So we'll see what we get. We get a 5. So it's not going to change the starting lineups, I don't think, because 6 is your injury chance. So we'll see what happens on that one. It's a 3, and on a 3, it says minor issue with reliever. All right, which reliever? Number 3. Which reliever? Last used reliever. The last used reliever was Randy Myers. So Randy Myers is going to have a minor issue. See what his issue is. 6. He's a struggler this game. So Randy Myers is going to be a struggler this game. So what the Reds need him to close the game out, he will be a struggler. Now, he will still keep his ace and flash qualities, but we're going to add on struggler if he comes into the game. But this just for this game only, will not carry over. So it will go away after this game is over. So that's where we stand right there. Hello, RJL. So we'll see if Randy Myers indeed has to come to the game or not. If he doesn't, then obviously that's a non-effect. All right, so I do believe we are ready to roll. Don't know if I've got enough light in here. I thought the overhead light would be good enough with the sunlight coming in, but I might need the main light to the room. So let me turn that on, see if that makes it any brighter. I think that helps a little bit, gives a little more brightness to go on there. All right, so I do believe we are ready to go. Got our game book right here, all ready for us. Got our dice. Bryn Smith finishing up the warm-up tosses, and Chris Sabo will step in. He's hitting .310, 1 homer and 7 driven in. Game 22 underway. 1-1-6, that's a freshness check. First bat of the game, obviously he's fresh, and Sabo will strike out. I did forget to mention that Sabo is a designated cold batter, Benziger designated hot batter. Vince Coleman for the Cardinals is the hot batter. Ozzie Smith is the cold batter. That was from the results from the previous game. So Sabo is out on strikes. And that'll take us to Herm Winningham, getting a rare start in this game. On the season, he's only hitting .167 in 12 at-bats. No homers and 2 driven in. That's a 3.44. And ask, is the pitcher a prospect? No, Bryn Smith's an icon. Is he patient? No, he's semi-eager. Actually, he's fully eager because of the dot. So he will pop to second. He will not draw the base on balls. And there's quickly 2 away. And it's a veteran, Bryn Smith. Got the out. Here's Barry Larkin, shortstop. Larkin's hitting .341, no homers and 12 driven in. 2.56. Bryn Smith is not a struggler. Is the batter champion or patient? Neither one. We have infield drama for the Cardinals. Walling is iron. Ozzie Smith is semi-gold. And now Walling is iron. Everybody else is neutral. That is a 4-5. 4-5 on the infield drama. Shortstop iron. No, he's not iron. He's neutral. So it will not be an error. It will be a bobbled ball, but he recovers in time to throw Larkin out to end the inning. And there's nothing due for the Reds. And I forgot to put the line score out. I always forget something, seems like, when I'm trying to get this thing done. So let me take care of that real quick. I got it right here. I just didn't cut it out. Got it printed out, just not cut out. That was the one accoutrement I forgot to add in, but we will do that right now. No problema, as Arnold Schwarzenegger used to say in the Terminator series, no problema. So we go to the bottom of the first. It's no score. Reds and Cardinals. So we'll get this in place where it should have been to begin with. Put a big fat 0 there for the Reds. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's no score. And Scott Scudder will be making his season debut for the Reds. On the 1990 season in real world, he was 5-5 with a 4.90 earned run average. So we'll see what he does here on his first start. We are back on the normal chart. And Vince Coleman is your batter. So Scudder is a workman semi-flash. Those are his qualities. So we'll see what he can do. Scudder to Coleman, 2-4-5. Blank for the pitcher. It's batter, a hero. Coleman is a semi-hero. Dot gives it to him. It's a base hit for Coleman. So Coleman is aboard, and he's going to be looking to run as only Vince Coleman can do. So to get the lead, he needs that dot. He does not get the lead, so he will have to hold. Scudder holds him on tight. Not going to let him get that lead. So that'll bring up Willie McGee, center fielder. So 1-3-5, that's the unusual play with the blue 1. We're going to the umpire chart pretty quickly. So we move on over to the umpire chart. The home plate umpire is Gary Darling, but we don't necessarily go to that. It could go to anything. We go to the runner on first umpire chart and find out who we're going to inquire. It's a 2-4. Respected umpire at second. Let's bring in Frank Pulley from second base. He is strict. He is not respected. So this answer is no. If he was respected, batter out, base runner ruled out on late throw double play, other umpires rule runners safe. So in this case, the Reds tried to turn the double play. Coleman beat the throw to second, so he does not get forced, but they go ahead and throw to first to throw Willie McGee out. So we're going to have to manufacture some sort of a play here. We're going to call it a 4-6-3 ground out with Coleman taking second base. Sometimes you got to be creative on these things because the charts don't give you exact details. This is not an exact detail type of game, History Maker. So, all right, here is Milt Thompson, your batter, as we go back on the regular chart now. 1 out, and Coleman at second base. 2-3-6 double control. He doesn't have it. That's going to be a base on balls for Thompson, and that's going to put runners at first and second. It does set up a double play. That's the only good thing about it if you're the Reds. And Guerrero is up. Pedro Guerrero, the veteran. And something got stuck in there. There we go. 4-4-5. Is the pitcher a workman? Yes, he is. It's going to be a double to right field for Pedro Guerrero. And let's see here. That's going to score all the runners. Both runners will come in and score on that double. And the Cardinals take a 2-0 lead. And Pedro Guerrero has rudely christened Scott Scudder's debut with a double. It is now 2-0 St. Louis. Still only 1 out. But 2 runs are in. And that will take us to Denny Walling, the veteran third baseman. Actually utility, but he's playing third in this game. And Scudder's going to have to regroup. 2-4-6. Does he have control? No, he does not. Is the batter eager or sad sack? He's semi-eager. Dot says no, though. So it's going to be a walk. Second walk of the inning for Scudder. So he's just working himself into a bad situation. Cincinnati bullpen might be coming out early. Here's Oquendo. 3-3-5. This pitcher's not wild. No. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not a sad sack. He's going to single to right field. That will score Guerrero. Move Walling to third. And the Cardinals take a 3-0 lead here in the first inning. Scudder just doesn't have it today for whatever reason. And unless the runner is stoic, he will steal. Oquendo is stoic, though, so will prevent the steal from happening. Because he is a slow runner, he is stoic, so he will not steal. But it does put runners at the corners with still only 1 out. So Scudder, well, you wonder what is going on with him. And now Tabby is crying. She was sitting in the downstairs, looking out, had the windows open. It's a nice day, trying to get her some fresh air, and she wants to come up here where nothing's going on, but we're indoors. But she wants to cry. So hold on. We got a kitty delay. Tabby, coming in. Come on, Tabby. Come on, Tabby. Come on, Rubber Dude. Come on, Tabby. All right. If you want to fuss, you fuss. There you go. Do your little thing, and then we'll get you out of here. You do your stuff, and then we'll get you out of here. There you go. Going down there. There you go. She does this. I don't know why she does it. And now she wants to go back out the door. I mean, it lasted about 10 seconds. She has plenty of food downstairs, so it's not that she's hungry because she's got food down there on her plate. So I don't know what's going on with that, but sometimes it's hard to figure out about a cat. They have minds of their own. All right, so let me get back to what I was doing here before we were so rudely interrupted. All right, so Guerrero doubled. I'm just filling in the strat score sheet to get it up to date. Walling walked. And then Oquendo singled home Guerrero and moved Walling to third. All right, now we're up to speed for Ozzie Smith. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Infield looking for the double play on Ozzie. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split. He is a switch hitter, so he automatically gets the hit unless he's utility. That's a semi-utility, and that's a dot, so it means he is utility. That means he grounds out to short, but it's a fielder's choice, so the run's going to score. Okendo is out 6-4 on the fielder's choice. But the run does score. It is now 4-0. St. Louis here in the first inning. A 4-score inning. Not exactly helping Scudder's ERA at the moment. There are 2 outs now for Tom Pagnazzi. That's a 2-2-6. It's hit by the pitch. Yes, the dot says he's hit by the pitch. So maybe some frustration on Scudder as he plunks Pagnazzi. And now the 9th man to bat in the inning is the pitcher, Bryn Smith. Smith will step to the plate. He is actually a semi-slugger. Gotta be careful about that. 1-4-6. Does the pitcher have flash? He's got semi-flash, but the dot says no. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not a champion, so he grounds out to second. And that's going to finally end the inning, but a 4-score inning for the Cardinals as they jump all over the Reds 4-0 here in the first inning. They send 9 to the plate and take a early 4-0 lead. And Reds have their work cut out for them. The rest of this ball game, they got 8 innings to make up 4 runs, which can be done, but it's not going to be easy. As Ringo Starr saying, don't come easy. Hello, Hardwood. Yeah, I can't think. I just when I think I've got her figured out, she, as Roddy Piper once said, just when I think I got all the answers, she changes the questions. That's kind of how that works. Such is the life of a cat owner, or being owned by a cat, I should say, probably to make it more legitimate. All right, back to the game. Top of the second, Benzinger, the batter. Benzinger on the replay hitting .294, 2 homers, 13 driven in. That's a 3-4-6. Pitcher is blank. Is the batter eager? Yes, he is. He will fly to center. And so instead of walking, he got over anxious. And he will fly out to center field. Trying to get all those 4 runs back in one swing of the bat. It's not going to happen. Here's O'Neill. Paul O'Neill is hitting .338, 2 homers, 12 driven in. 3-4-4. He's not a prospect pitcher. Bryn Smith is a veteran. Is he patient? No, he's not patient, so he'll pop to second. So some impatient batting by the Reds here in the top of the second, as they are just trying to make up 4 runs in one swoop, and it's just not happening. Here's Ken Griffey. He's getting a rare start today. He's hitting .400. He's 4 for 10. No homers or runs driven in. That's a 1-5-6. Is the pitcher actually is blank? Is he a whiffer? No, he's not. We got outfield drama for the Cardinals, and everybody in the outfield is neutral for the Cardinals. They're all neutral, and we got a 1-5 on outfield drama. So 1-5, outfield drama. Left fielder gold. No, he's not gold, so it's going to be a single for Ken Griffey. Griffey will get the base hit. It's a single for Griffey, and we're going to the chemistry chart because that result was in purple. However, the Reds are semi-dissonant, and the Cardinals are neutral. So obviously advantage Cardinals. So Ron Oster is your batter. He gets to start at second base today. Oster is hitting .250. No homers and nobody driven in. So we're going to the chemistry chart. And now the Reds are dissonant fully. Fully dissonant Reds against neutral Cardinals. And we have 5-6 on the chemistry chart. Pitching team distance, no, they're neutral, so it's a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. You notice it's in blue, so we're going to start the next inning on the right now chart. So Griffey singles, but Oster strikes out to end the inning. Nothing for the Reds, rather. They leave Griffey at first. Go to the bottom of the second. Still 4-0 Cardinals. And we're going to the right now chart for the at-bat of Coleman. Coleman is semi-hot because he singled in his first at bat. Scudder is neutral. Let's see if Coleman is fully hot. It's neutral against neutral on the right now chart. So right now chart, neutral against neutral. A 1-2. Hot batter. No, he's not a hot batter. If he was, he would zero in on choice pitch and knock it into right field for a single. Otherwise, he grounds to short. So Coleman will ground to Larkin for out number 1. So the Reds catch a break there. Keep the speedy Coleman off the bases and back to the normal chart for Willie McGee. 4-5-6 for McGee. Pitcher is blank. Is he patient? McGee is semi-eager, so he will fly to center for out number 2, and that's going to take us right back to the chemistry chart. Right back to the chemistry chart. Reds again will be fully dissonant, and the Cardinals will be neutral for Milt Thompson. We had a 1-6 on the chemistry chart. 1-6. Batting team dissonance, no. If it was, it'd be a pop out. Otherwise, it's a walk. So Milt Thompson will draw the 2-out walk. 2-out walk for Thompson brings up Pedro Guerrero. Guerrero had a 2-run double his first time up. 1-3-4. Back to the regular chart. 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No, he's actually semi-iron. Is the batter a champion? No, he's not. It's an outfield drama play for the Reds. Everybody in the outfield is neutral. And we have a 2-4 on outfield drama with everyone neutral. Center fielder gold. No, Winningham is not gold, so it'll be a single. And it's in purple. We're going right back to the chemistry chart. Lead die of 2. You get 1 base advancement. So Guerrero will get his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 2, but now we're going to the chemistry chart for the Denny Walling at bat. And we'll see if the Reds are again dissonant. They are. Dissonant Reds against the neutral Cardinals. And we get a 3-5. Sooner or later, that dissonant chart, or the dissonance, is going to catch up with them. 3-5, pitching team distance. It just did right there. Inattentive fielder lets ball get by him for a single. So that's going to score Thompson. Move Guerrero to third. And Denny Walling gets a base hit because the team was dissonant. The inattentive fielder gets right by him. It is now 5-0 Cardinals. And this is all with 2 outs and the bases empty. All this got started. So Walling, RBI single, and that'll bring up Jose Oquendo. Oh, we got hopping dice here. So I'm going to re-roll everything. 3-5-6, that's a left-right split. He's a switch hitter, so that's going to be a base hit. Guerrero will come in to score. Walling will go to third. Oquendo with the single. It's now 6-0. And the Reds are just looking to try to get Scudder out of the inning so they can pinch hit for him in the top of the third because he is scheduled to bat second. Here's Ozzie Smith. But damage is really getting done. It's now 6-0. 2-3-4. 2-3-4 is runners on base. Yes, they are. So we have plate drama. And unfortunately for the Reds, Reed is semi-iron. Now he's neutral. So neutral catcher for Reed. And that's a 55 on the plate drama. Control pitcher. No, he's not a control pitcher. So it's going to be a wild pitch. So just like that, another run is in. It's now 7-0. As Scudder, because of his lack of control, throws a wild pitch. Brings home another run. And the Reds are looking pretty haggardly right now. 2-4-5. Is he a hero? I think that's the result on that one. Get back to the main chart. Yes, is he a hero? Smith is not a hero. He will pop to second. And that will end the inning. But 3 more runs come in. It's now 7-0. And that's going to be it for poor Scott Scudder. He just didn't have it. And the Reds bullpen is going to have to eat some innings. No question about it. You have to find somebody to eat some innings. So Jeff Reed will lead off, and then we'll get a pinch hitter for Bryn Smith, and we'll figure out who that's going to be. Looks like it's going to be Luis Quinones. So it's going to be Reed, then Quinones, then Sabo. Due up for the Reds here in a 7-0 early part of the game blowout. Hello, D. Scott and Doug. Good to see all of you. Chuck. Unfortunately, the game is not going the way the Reds want it, but, good news is they still got 7 innings to catch up, but they got a long way to go. I won't say a short time to get there because they got 7 innings to do it, and Brent Smith's not exactly Cy Young, so they could do it if they get their hitting act together. Here's Reed. He is he's a 333 average and 15 at bats, no homers and 2 driven in. 144. That's a flash quality. He's got semi-flash, but the dot says no. Is he a hero? He's not a hero. He will ground to short, and that's 1 away. So Reed is out on the ground ball to short, and now we get the pinch hitter Okendo closing the book on Scudder, thank goodness. Scudder's going to go 2 innings, and he is going to give up 7 runs all earned. Check his hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. He did walk 4. I'm sorry, he walked 3 and hit a batter. And he did not strike out anyone. So definitely a bad outing there. Quinones now the pinch hitter. Well, if you're pinch hitting in the 3rd inning, you're in trouble. And that's what they're doing. Out of necessity, they will pinch hit with Quinones. So Luis Quinones will be brought in to do the pinch hitting. And the season for Quinones, he is hitting 0. He's 0 for 8. So he's looking for his first hit of the season. Does have 2 runs batted in, and he has walked 5 times. That's a 2.35. Pitcher is not wild. Is he eager? He's semi-eager. Dot gives it to him. So that's a single through the shortstop. Unless he's a whiffer, he's unfortunately a semi-whiffer. Dot gives it to him, so he will strike out. So Quinones with the strikeout. So he's gone, and that takes us back to the top of the order for Chris Sabo. That's a 2.36 double control. He does not have it. He is not eager, so Sabo will draw the 2-out walk. 2-out walk to Sabo. And that will bring up Herm Winningham. 4, 5, 6 is Winningham eager. I'm sorry, is he patient? He's not. He's actually semi-eager. So he will fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. It's in purple, which means we would normally go to the chemistry chart, but a pitching change overrides that, and there is going to be a pitching change, obviously, for the Reds. So that will take away the chemistry. We'll be back on the regular chart once the Reds figure out who they want to bring in to pitch, and they got to figure out who can eat some innings, because they're definitely going to need somebody to eat some innings. That is for sure. Who do they want to use to eat some innings is the question. Let's see, Leana has pitched 11 innings. I'm thinking he's the guy they might be going to is Tim Leana. So they will go to Tim Leana out of the bullpen. Tim Leana. I don't think you have to worry about Randy Myers coming in and being a struggle in this game, because I don't think you'll see Randy Myers at all. I think that's probably pretty safe bet. But you will see Tim Leana. So Leana is on the replay. Leana 1-1 with a save and a 5.56 earned run average. 11 innings pitched, 10 hits, 3 walks, and 13 strikeouts. So that's what's going on with them. And Tom Pagnozzi is your batter to start the bottom of the 3rd of a 7-0 ball game. 2-2-6. Not hit by the pitch. He's not the cleanup hitter, so he's going to fly out to left field unless he's a whiffer. We've got to see if he's a whiffer, because we already used the dot about a hit by pitch. He is a whiffer, so he's going to strike out, start the inning. So Leanna starts out striking out Pagnazzi, and that brings up Bryn Smith. 166. Is he a workman? Leanna's not a workman. Is he a whiffer? Bryn Smith is a semi-whiffer. The dot says he is, so it's another strikeout. So Leanna comes in and strikes out the first two he faces. Too bad Scott Scudder couldn't do that, is what Lupinella is thinking. Here's here's Coleman, rather. 256, he's not a struggler. Is he champion or patient? Neither one. Infield drama for the Reds. Oster is semi-iron. And now everybody's neutral. All around the infield, everyone is neutral. It's a 1-5 on infield drama. Shortstop iron, no. He's not iron, so it's going to be a ground out to Larkin, and that's going to end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Scott Scudder. He needed it. Reduce the number of batters he has to face, and that allows him to stay in the game a little longer. So he can eat some innings. They'd like to get 3 innings out of him if possible, just to save that bullpen for the 4th game of the series. So we go to the top of the 4th, still 7-0. Here's Barry Larkin. 1-2-4 for Larkin. And is he a control pitcher? Yes, he is. It's a ground ball to short. So there's one away as Larkin grounds out to Ozzie Smith. And that will send up Todd Benzinger. Benzinger, his first time up, flew to center field. That's a 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is he patient? No, he's actually eager. So he's going to ground to third unless he's a whiffer. He's a semi-whiffer. The dot says he is, so it's going to be a strikeout. So Benzinger whiffs, and Bryn Smith is in complete control of this game. And he knows it. Here's O'Neill. 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? No, he's a slugger, but not a home run king. So he will fly to center. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for the Reds, as Bryn Smith has totally neutralized this ball club. Plus, they're playing, for whatever reason, with several backups. I'm wondering if this is a Saturday game and it's a day game after night game, maybe. I don't know what the reasoning is, but they're doing it. All right, here's McGee. He's actually 0 for 2 in this game, surprisingly. Much hitting has been going on. 3-6-6. He is not a pinch hitter, so he will fly to center. And there's one away. So Leanna has retired all 4 he has faced. Here's Milt Thompson. He has walked twice and scored twice. 1-4-6. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. The dot says he does. It's going to be another strikeout. So Leanna with the K. Maybe Leanna should have started the game. You never know. Here's Guerrero. He is singled and doubled. 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? He is neither one. Infield drama again for the Reds. And again, the only chance for being iron is Oster needs the dot to be iron. He's not iron. Everybody's neutral. And we get 1-4 on the infield drama chart with everyone neutral. 1-4. First baseman iron. No. So it's going to be a ground out to Benzinger. And Benzinger will flip it to Leanna covering to end the inning, as I use the Stratamatic X philosophy of a ground ball going to first being a 3-1 put out on a fielding check. So Guerrero is out of there, and so are the Cardinals. That's 6 up and 6 down for Leanna. How about that? After the debacle in the first 2 innings, the pitching has settled down, but they're down 7-0. So it's a little bit, maybe a little bit of the too little, too late philosophy here. Hello, Kenyon. How you doing? Hello, Captain Carl. Didn't see you come in. I had the chat kind of covered as I'm scoring the game on Strat, so I kind of check in every other inning or so to see what's going on and what people are talking about. Of course, 7-0 in this game is not a whole lot to talk about in this game, other than the fact that Scott Scudder got blasted. All right, here's Griffey. He has the only hit of the game for the Reds so far. 1-5-6. And that's asking if he's a whiffer. Griffey is not, so that means we have outfield drama for the Cardinals, and everybody is neutral. And we get a 46 on outfield drama for the Cardinals with all neutral. Left fielder iron, no. It's a line out, so it's in purple, so we're going to the chemistry chart. So Coleman snags it off the bat of Griffey, and we are going to the chemistry chart for the Ron Oster at bat. So Oster is up. See if they're... Now this time both teams are neutral. And we get a 24 on the chemistry chart with both teams neutral. Both teams neutral. 24. Batting team harmony, no. Would have been a single, but instead it's outfield drama. So back to the outfield drama chart. And all neutral. 1-3 on the outfield drama. Center fielder iron. No, McGee is not iron, so he makes the lunging catch. And that's 2 away. 2 down, and that's going to send up Jeff Reed. 4.66 for Reed. And a 4.66 says control pitcher. Yes, he is a control pitcher. It's going to be a single to left field for Jeff Reed. He singles. The pitcher spot is up, but I tell you what, they need Leanna to eat some innings, and there's not much going on with just a slow-running catcher at first and 2 outs. So they are going to let Reed, or they're going to let Leanna actually have an at-bat here. So Leanna will be batting. 1.56. Is he a whiffer? Yes, he is. Struck him out. So Leanna out on strikes, but he'll get to keep pitching. That's the good news for the Reds because he's the only one doing anything pitching-wise. But the Reds' offense is dormant as Bryn Smith has shut them out on 2 hits through 5 innings. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And it's going to be Denny Walling leading things off. 2-3-5. Pitcher's not wild. Is he eager? He is semi-eager, but the dot says no. So he's going to ground to second. 1 away. Would have gotten a hit if he'd have been eager, but didn't do it. Dot wasn't there for him. So there's 1 away, and that brings up Oquendo. That's 3-4-5, and that's talking about iron catcher. Yes, he is. Reed semi-iron. The dot says he is. So it's going to be a walk. So Oquendo will draw the base on balls because of the fact that Reed is, when this at bat was iron. So Oquendo was aboard on a walk. First base runner against Leanna. And here's Ozzie Smith. 2-3-4. Runners on base. Yes, they are. We got plate drama. Plate drama. Is Reed iron? Yes, he is. So catcher Reed will be iron. And that's a 3-5 on the plate drama. Plate drama 3-5. Catcher goal. No, it's going to be a pass ball, and we're going to the chemistry chart. So it's pass ball. Going to move Oquendo up a base, and we're going to the chemistry chart. And both teams will be neutral. And we get a 45 on that chemistry chart. 4-5. Batting team harmony. No, they're neutral. So instead of a walk, it'll be a ground out to the infielder by choice. And let's see here. The ground out is going to go. And with the 4, the runner's going to advance either way you go. So we're just going to say he grounds it to Oster. And going to third is Oquendo. So now there's 2 outs, and Tom Pagnazzi, the batter. So it's going to go 4-3. But now there are 2 outs, and the question is, do you walk Pagnazzi and pitch to Bryn Smith, or do you just go ahead and say it's 7-0, let's just go ahead and pitch to Pagnazzi? And that's what you're doing. 1-1-3. 1-1-3 ask, is he ace or dynamic? No, he's not. Is the batter a slugger? He's a semi-scrapper. He's going to single to center unless he is a sad sack or a home run king. He's neither one, so the single's going to be good. And Pagnazzi will have an RBI single. It's 8-0. 8-0 on that single. And that pass ball really did it to him because that's going to be an unearned run. Unless there's more hitting, that's going to be an unearned run. Because the pass ball directly led to that single, to that run, I should say. So it's 8-0 Cardinals. And here's the pitcher, Bryn Smith. 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is the batter whiffer or cold? He's a semi-whiffer. Dot says no. But he did strike out his last time up. So we got to see if he's going to be cold this particular at bat. He is, so he will strike out. So that's going to end the inning, but the run is in. And at the end of 5 complete, it is St. Louis 8 and the Reds nothing. So not exactly a storybook game going on right here, but sometimes you get these dud games. You play 160-something games, you're going to get dud games. You can't help it. All right, here is Sabo. Lead off the 6th. 1-2-5. Pitcher's not a struggler. Is he patient? No. It's a ground out to third. So Sabo will ground out to Walling for 1 away. And Bryn Smith just like a day in the park here, going through this Reds lineup with no problems. 1-4-4. That's a flash check. He does have the flash. That's going to be a strikeout, but there are goggles. So we look at the 1-4-4. There are the pair of goggles. We come over here to the pair of goggles, and it says on the pair of goggles right over here on a 1-4-4, questionable or lenient umpire calls ball 4. Well, the home plate umpire is Gary Darling. It would be a scoop if Ron Darling was umpiring, but it's Gary Darling. He is not questionable or lenient. So that strikeout's going to stand. And Winningham out on strikes for out number 2. Gary Darling says it's 8-0. I don't want any part of that, so we're going to strike out. I'm not giving you any breaks. Here's Larkin. Strike zone's getting bigger when the score gets bigger. 2-4-6. Control pitcher? Yes, he is. It's a ground ball back to Bryn Smith. Another 1-2-3 inning. And he has just shut out the Reds through 6 innings with no problemo whatsoever. I mean, it's just like taking candy from a baby almost. All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th, and this is the 4th inning now for Leana. So you know he's on fumes, but they're trying to get him through another inning. Save that bullpen. 1-2-3, flash and fresh. Well, he's got the flash, but he's not fresh, so it won't be a strikeout, but it will be a ground out to short. So it's at least an out if you're looking at it from the Reds' perspective. And there's 1 away. And we go to Vince Coleman. That's a 3-3-4 prospect. 3-3-4 ace or star. He's a semi-star. The dot gives it to him, so it's a pop out to first. And that is out number 2. So Leana, 1 batter away from pitching 4 innings of only allowing 1 run, which wasn't even earned. 3-4-5. That's the iron catcher play again. This time it's not an iron catcher. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. It's a strikeout, and that's going to end the inning. So Tim Leana finishes his afternoon 4 innings of pitching. Talk about saving the bullpen. That was a big saver right there. He only gave up 1 hit. 1 run, which was not earned. He walked 1, and he struck out 5. Polar opposite of his counterpart, Scudder. So we go to the 7th inning, top of the 7th. It is now an 8-0 ball game. As we go to the top of the 7th, Bryn Smith still keeps his semi-freshness because he's pitching a shutout. So since he's pitching a shutout, he will keep the semi-freshness. It's going to be Benziger, O'Neill, and Griffey due up. 2-3-6 double control, but he's eager, so he will not walk. It's a 2-ball count. That, of course, is my house rule. If the batter is eager, he does not walk. 2-5-5. Is the pitcher a star? No, he's not a star. Is the batter a home run king? He's a semi-scrapper, so he will fly to left, and that's 1 away. 1 down, and that's going to send us to Paul O'Neill. 1-3-6. He's not an ace. Is the batter whiffer or cold? O'Neill is neither one because he's a semi, but the dot's not there. So we're going to infield drama for the Cardinals. And they're going to be, everybody's going to be neutral. And we get a 1-5 for infield drama. Shortstop iron, no. Ozzie Smith is not iron. He makes the play. 2 down. And O'Neill is out of there. So very, maybe it's just this long road trip is catching up with them. I don't know. But something's going on with them because the Reds are just not themselves in this game, but it can happen. It can happen quite a bit. You never know how things are going to turn out. Just never know. All right, so here's Griffey. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh, but the decider die says no. So we go on past that. And the next result is his batter a sad sack. He's a semi-sad sack, but we've got to roll and see if he is a sad sack this at bat. He is. So since he's a sad sack, he will strike out. And that is 7 shutout innings for Bryn Smith. He might be looking to go ahead and get a complete game the way he's going. So we've reached the 7th inning stretch where the Reds are going to need a new pitcher because obviously Leana is worn out pitching 4 innings. So let's see who they're going to go to out of the bullpen. Probably go to Kip Gross. Mop-up guy Kip Gross will be coming on. 8-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Hello, Miroslav. Hello, Kevin. Some of you guys coming in. I didn't see earlier. But we are at the 7th inning stretch. And since we're in St. Louis for the 7th inning stretch, we will go to the St. Louis tradition. All right, so when I do my Stratomatic replays, it's very vanilla, but when I do something like History Maker, let the creative and maybe cheesy kind of stuff come out more. So that's where we're at. So let's go to the Strat computer and bring in the new pitcher, Kip Gross. Gross. Or is he not on the roster? Oh, he's not on the roster. Okay. The computer is saying he's not on the roster, so I can't use Kip Gross. I got to use somebody else. What if I don't want to use anybody else? We're going to go with, boy, who do we want to use up? I don't want to use these guys if they're going to be, let's see who's got the most. Let's see, Charlton. I don't think Charlton starts anytime soon. Well, let me double check because I don't want to put him in relief if he's going to be starting the game very shortly. So got to go to my resource retro sheet and figure out who's starting the next couple of games for the Reds to make sure that Norm Charlton could pitch in relief. I don't want to be bringing a relief pitcher and then he starts the next game or something like that. So we don't want that kind of stuff happening around here. So let's see here. The final game of the series. Oops, where did we go here? Here we go. On the 7th, it is going to be Browning that gets the call. Then they have an off day, and Jack Armstrong pitches. So Mailer pitches in relief as well. So we're going to use Rick Mailer. That's who we're going to go with. He doesn't start for a while, so we're going to use Ricky Mailer. Talk about your ultimate mop-up guy in this part of his career. You're talking about Rick Mailer. Rick Junk Mailer will come in and just eat up, try to pitch the last 2 innings and get out of here, basically, is his assignment. That's what Lou Piniella is telling him. You just pitch 2 innings. I don't care how you pitch it. You're just pitching 2 innings, and we're getting the heck out of here. And we're saving our bullpen. And we'll try again another day. So it won't be Gross. It will be Mailer. So let me make that correction. Gross is not on the roster according to Strat Computer, so he must have just come up for a very short time. So it will not be Gross. It will be Rick Mailer. So Ricky Mailer is on. Get the numbers on Mailer on the replay. And actually, there's going to be a double switch because Ken Griffey made the last out. We want Mailer to pitch 2 innings. So Mailer will come in and bat in Griffey's spot, number 7 spot of Griffey. And we'll need a new left fielder for the Reds. And that left fielder will be Rolando Rooms. So Rolando Rooms will come on and play left field and bat 9th, which means he is the 3rd batter next inning. So Griffey leaves, and Rolando Rooms will be the 3rd batter of the 8th inning. And Rick Mailer will be the pitcher. So Rick Mailer is on. On the replay, Mailer 1-0 with no saves, a 2.12 earned run average, 17 innings pitched, 21 hits, 2 walks, 15 strikeouts. Rick Junk Mailer. Hello, Travis. Good to see you. RJL, I know you were shuddered at the double switch, but it just had to be done. Here's Mailer to Guerrero, 2-2-6. He is the cleanup batter. And when you're a cleanup batter, you get a home run to right field. So how about that? Rick Mailer is greeted by Pedro Guerrero hitting a home run. If the decider die had been a dot, it would have been a hit by pitch, but we passed that and we go to cleanup hitter, and there he is. So Pedro Guerrero just launches a home run, makes it 9-0 St. Louis. And RJL says, take that, you double switch. And here's Walling, 1-1-3. Acer dynamic, no. Slugger, no, he's not a slugger. He will single to center. So a base hit for Walling. Denny Walling gets the base hit. So Mailer not exactly off to a good start. And for the Cardinals in this game, that is base hit number 9 to go with 9 runs. And that'll bring up Oquendo. Jose Oquendo stick, 3-4-6. Is he eager? He is semi-patient, so he's going to draw a walk, and it's going to put runners at first and second, rather. And it's going to take us to the chemistry chart. Chemistry chart coming up based on that walk. So let's see if the Reds are dissonant or neutral. They will be dissonant. And that's a 2-3 on the chemistry chart with the dissonant Reds and the neutral Cardinals. Pitching team harmony. No, they're not harmonious. It's going to be another walk. So another walk and now a full struggler. Rick Mailer is now a full struggler because he's given up 4 consecutive base runners to reach. So he is a full struggler. And nobody out. Bases are now loaded as Walling takes third. Oquendo is at second. And Ozzie Smith is at first. Still nobody out. And the batter is Tom Pagnozzi. Infield is in. 3-4-6. 3-4-6 is the batter Eager. He is semi-eager. Dot says he's eager. So it's a fly to center, but a lead die of 3. That's a sacrifice fly for Tom Pagnozzi. Makes it 10-0. Cardinals. This is just one of those games you just want to forget if you're the Reds. It only counts as 1 loss. And you can always come back tomorrow and take care of things. Try to even the series. This will bring up Bryn Smith. He's going to hit. Why wouldn't he? 166. Is the pitcher a workman? He's a semi-workman. The sire die says he is, so it's a single, and that's going to load the bases. So even the pitcher is getting in on the act. Bryn Smith singles to load the bases. Still only 1 out. And we're back to the top of the order for Vince Coleman. That's hit number 10. 10 runs and 10 hits for the Cardinals. No runs, 2 hits for the Reds. Infield in again. 4-6-6. Does he have control? Yes, he does. That's bad news. It's a base hit. Lead die of 4 is a 2-run single. It's going to be 12-0 Cardinals. As Vince Coleman gets the base hit. And this is probably the biggest beatdown I've ever had in History Maker Baseball. You're seeing it right here live. It's definitely a beatdown. No question about it. Here's Willie McGee. 1, 2, 3, flash and fresh. No, he doesn't have it, so it's a ground ball to short. It's a double play. So that's probably the good thing he didn't have flash. That's going to finally end the inning, that 6-4-3 double play. But another 4-score inning for the Cardinals, and they take a 12-0 lead after 7. And Rick Mailer wondering what he did to get this duty to do mop-up, but somebody's got to fall on their sword. That's for sure. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Bryn Smith just says, hey, what's the problem? I'm just tossing a shutout here. So, doesn't know why everybody's having such a hard time. So, top of the 8th we go. Here's Oster. 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is he patient? Oster is not patient. He will ground to third unless he's a whiffer. And he's not a whiffer, so the ground to third will hold up. Or out number 1. Bryn Smith has been in complete control of this game from the outset. 2-hit shutout going. 1-4-5. He's definitely not a struggler. It's a ground ball to first. 2 down. And that brings up Rolando Rooms. So Rolando Rooms is your batter. Three, 4, 6. Is he eager? Yes, he is. It's a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. So 8 shutout frames for Bryn Smith. And we'll roll to the side or die now to see if he carries over semi-freshness to the 9th inning. He will. He's going to be semi-fresh to the 9th inning. So all the way through. So it's just when it's your day, I guess. So we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Not that Mailer wants to go back out there, but he has no choice. He's out there. Whoa, and 555s. That's not going to help his feelings either. Ace or star, no. Scrapper. He's a semi-scrapper, but the sire die says no. It's a home run for Milt Thompson. Making an even Baker's dozen. It is now 13-0. Cardinals in the lead. Mailer just taking it on the chin. His ERA is taking it on the chin too. Here's Guerrero, 3-4-6. Is he eager? Yes, he is, so he will fly to center. That saves a walk. 1 down for Denny Walling. 1-2-2. Is he a workman? No, sire die says no this time. Champion or whiffer, neither one, so he will line it to third. Sabo snags it 2 down. So 2 outs, and that's going to send it to Okendo. About the only drama left is to see if Bryn Smith pitches a shutout. 1-4-6. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. It's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. But another run comes in. Another run comes in, and we get to go to the 9th inning with the score. St. Louis 13 and Cincinnati nothing. And like I said, the only mystery now is whether it's going to be a shutout or not for Bryn Smith. And I am being called away for just a second, so I'll be right back. Okay, apologize for the delay. A little honeydew action going on there. So top of the 9th, it is Sabo. 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter. He will fly to center for out number 1. And that will send up Winningham. 4-4-5. Not a workman because the dot's not there. He's not patient. He will ground to first. 2 down. Last chance for the Reds is Barry Larkin. 1-4-4. Does he have flash? Yes, he does. It's a strikeout with the goggles, and we already know that Gary Darling is not questionable or lenient. So the strikeout's going to stand, and the ball game is over. And Bryn Smith finishes in style with a 2-hit shutout of the Reds. And just a dominating performance by the Cardinals. 13 runs and 12 hits. No errors for the Cardinals. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Reds. Reds will now drop to 15-7. And they're now on a 1-game losing streak. Rob Dibble will keep his happiness till further notice. The struggler quality for Randy Myers will now go away since the game is over. So that's going to do it from St. Louis. The final game of the series will be later on. I'll record it and put it on the YouTube a couple of days from now probably to finish off the series, and then they'll head to Pittsburgh. So I do want to thank everybody that stopped by on this Saturday. And got to see a slight kitty delay, but other than that, the fact it was a blowout. Hello, Travis. So that's going to do it from here. Later on this evening, probably after RJL does his game in his 83 season, I'll be doing the first game from May the 2nd It'll be the Orioles hosting the Chicago White Sox. It'll be Jose De Leon for the White Sox against Mike Flanagan for the Orioles. That's on Stratomatic Super Advanced. So, no game tonight. Okay, since there's no game tonight, then I'll do it early, probably around 7:30. It'll be the White Sox and the Orioles from Memorial Stadium, 1987 Stratomatic Super Advanced. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.